Hello, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good evening so far. I am still working on the Archon quest in Genshin Impact here. The one that just came out with update 5.6. We had the big battle in Mondstadt with the Hilly Churls, but now it sounds like they want to try and fight the dragon Durin. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Hold on. First, do this real quick.
Add Astra.
Okay. Right. Alright, so this is Lisa's library, right? During Hexen Zirkel's trial, please choose a suitable party. Okay, it looks like they're wanting a freeze comp, it looks like. Okay, hold on. Yeah, really the only freeze comp I got is the Ayaka team. So I guess we're gonna have to go with this one.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the Knights of Favonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. Oh. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I'd also like to request some alchemical reagents from the Hexen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mare Jivari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rhine-daughter.
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct.
Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away or millennia, but the day will come. I've spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. It was created by mages from the Hexenzirkel, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children, the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin would return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the Mare Jivari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Anne Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them, and so you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked Harima to come along. You're not even gonna try to talk me into it? Oh, you need convincing? I thought you'd want to keep an eye on me. Who knows what sort of outlandish things I might attempt without someone to keep me in check. Fine, I'm not going to argue with you.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved a spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What? Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me?
Let's do this.
Are you ready, Harima?
Just about.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Well, damn. Whoa. Okay. It's certainly in keeping with Hex and Zirkel's modalities. We've been shrunken down to chess piece size.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
What is it? Nothing. It's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm this size. She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry. You'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
And Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
I'm here.
Oh, crap, I didn't realize.
Huh.
Witness my great undertaking!
Think you can bully me?
Clouds high.
I'm
The birds
flying. You can't get me up here.
feel the ancient power.
Delve into destiny. Sakura swirl. My apologies. Let's go.
Witness my great undertaking!
Shadows of fate.
Feel this ancient power. As one with wind and cloud. Time to go.
One spur's time is far too slow. Ramming speed!
Moment of birth.
Yes, this is more like it.
Let me scribe.
Moment of birth.
Coming Sato out. Surrender.
This is more like it.
Moment of birth.
Delve into destiny.
This is more like it.
Witness my great undertaking.
Think you can
Live.
King and Queen should present a unique
Burst forth. Feel this ancient power.
Let's have a
Delve into destiny.
Moment of birth. Burst forth. Clouds high. The birds come. Witness my great undertaking.
Let me scry. Think you can pull it?
Come into being.
Soumetsu!
Feel this ancient power.
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me. Well done, but this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are. The trial awaits. Only by turning the world on its head can we see its true colors. So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to run. So, in the spirit of Rheindotter, I prepared a little surprise for you. Oh, this is all getting rather dreary. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbala, Twisty Justice. Oh, Albedo, you're always so charming and delightful.
Moment of birth. Come into being.
It is time to slay our foes with one almighty
This calls for some
strike!
pomp and ceremony. Come into being.
My opponent!
Great undertaking.
Much remains unfinished. I'm here.
Feel this ancient power.
Let us dance, my dearest!
Try to remember the steps this time.
I've got it memorized.
Feel this ancient power.
My opponent! Think you can bully me? Delve into destiny.
Witness my great undertaking.
And now, a towering return to form!
Soumetsu! Shake and stir!
Witness my great undertaking.
Blundering oaf! You're ruining the show!
Think you can bully me? Let me scry.
Moment of birth.
Let us dance, my dearest!
Right, remember the steps this time?
I thought I had memorized.
Feel this ancient power.
Delve into destiny.
It is time to slay our foes!
Something to be.
Almighty
This calls for some pomp and ceremony. Good lord. The final act is upon us.
My apologies. Kami-san's art. Sumetsu.
Shadows feel this ancient power.
Alright. Well, Kazuho was completely worthless in that fight.
Very well done.
We did it.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest.
Okay, wait a sec. Who the hell is this?
Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
Eh.
You're finally back. Great job. You made it all look so easy.
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Felt pretty good to beat the trial. Once you've rested up, let me know when you're free and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Indeed. The sooner we deal with Durin, the better. Yeah, I didn't do anything here. Solve all the puzzles in the chess game. And pass the trial set by Hex and Circle. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yep. This place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are
Wait,
turning
where
to
the
ice.
fuck? Where am I supposed to go?
You sure? Is it warm in there?
Oh. Oh, we've arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Wait, we've been here before, haven't we? Leave it to me. You two, stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I'm the only one of my kind. But soon there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That, primarily, is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life, which the world cannot generate endogenously, is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Well enough, thank you. Finished.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durin's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with his heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch back to my Navia party.
Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourselves.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom Star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of.
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin! Let's go check it out!
Right. As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Let us give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard.
Wow! Amazing!
Venti!
Huh? No way. You're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you'd like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather around and lend me your ears.
two best girls right there. Well, other than Navi, of course. Well, is that what mini Durin looks like now?
Albedo, how did everything go?
Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. Incredible work, Albedo. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Rheindotter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time, I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me, and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So for an artificial human, finding a life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. As long as you feel like you've gained something from the experience. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexenzirkel knows what I've done, That means she knows as well and gave her approval. Since devouring Naberius, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Naberius? What's Naberius?
It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this: Naberius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Naberius are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal, and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Paimon took the words right out of my mouth. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Wanna take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom now, could I? What do you think of the Cecilia?
I like it.
The true feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze. Perfect for the season. Harima, give me your hand.
Huh?
The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. A secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you. So no need to open it right away.
Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one. The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the sender, you are probably the only person who could make use of something like this, so I suppose it belongs with you.
All right, thanks.
Ah, well, all I did was deliver. Although, I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Oh, really? I'll hold you to that, you know. No going back on your word.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light.
All right, there we go. The Archon quest is complete.
Astra. Thank you for
Yeah. Okay. Got an intertwined fate.
Come take a look. Definitely be something that catches your eye.
Alrighty.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Alright, let's go ahead and do this real quick. And yeah. Oh, there's an achievement. Complete paralogism. Or paralag... I don't know.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying...
Okay, well, even though I have now completed the Archon quest, I am still going to continue to stream Genshin Impact probably for the next several days because there is still the story quest for Escoffier. So I would like to stream that, and then also probably gonna at least just kind of give a preview of this Whirling Waltz event as well. So yeah, I'll probably start with that tomorrow. I'll do a little bit of this Whirling Waltz event, and then we'll probably start on the story quest as well.
Unreliable weapon.
But for now, I am gonna go ahead and switch over to the visual novel 9-9.
パレット。注意事項です。ない。春色春恋春の風。続きからです。ロードします。ロードしました。
Okay, it's been a few days since I last played this, so let's see, what are we doing here? Okay, so I think last time I streamed this, Kakaru successfully managed to convince Commander to let him join Rig Veda. Ghost is still suspicious of Kakaru, but she doesn't really see him as a threat, so she's not really gonna try and fight Commander on letting him join. Let's see. Oh yeah, and apparently part of the act in order to convince Commander to let him join Rig Veda involved Kakaru telling well, I think, hold on. I think basically he they both told him that Haruka was using her power on Kakaru, her whatever, her seducing power. So now they feel like they have to kind of act like their boyfriend and girlfriend with each other. So yeah, that's where I left off. So we buy hamburgers from the station on our way back, then head to my place.
どうぞ入ってください。
お邪魔します。
適当に座ってください。
はい。
Trembling, Senpai sits down next to the table. Right after Commander and Ghost left, Senpai switched back to her original personality.
すみません。
She let go of me pretty quickly, too. From that point on, she kept her distance. She was a nervous wreck the whole time we were walking to the fast food place and didn't relax on the way home. If she'd been in her Empress persona, I probably could have held a conversation for more than a few seconds, but Senpai's nervousness was infectious, and I felt too awkward to say
環境
anything.
設定です。
It's been a little over a year since I started going to Hakusen Academy. For the most part, my school life has been pretty uneventful, but suddenly I've been spending a lot of time alone with girls. Just this past week, I've had Kujo, Sora, and now Kosaka Senpai come over to my place. Actually, I guess Sora doesn't count as a girl, so strike her off the list. Anyway, the point is, this is way too much excitement for a virgin like me.
夕食にはちょっと早いですけど、温かいうちに食べましょうか。
はい。そうですね。
I sit down across from Senpai and start taking our hamburgers and potato chips and drinks out of the bag. My mind's still in a daze. First, I spent all afternoon terrified that my cover would get blown, and now I've got a girl in my room. I need to be careful not to do anything that'd make Senpai uncomfortable.
じゃあ、そうだ。食べる前にちょっと電話いいですか？
はい。どうぞ。
先に食べててください。
いえ、待ってます。
すみません。すぐ終わると思うんで。
I take my phone out of my pocket and hit the call button. The dial tone lasts for only a few seconds before she picks up.
無事潜入できたよね。
ああ、ありがとう。本当に助かった。
A not very angry Yuki is on the other end of the line. Of course, I wasn't expecting her to actually be angry, considering we worked together to concoct that little charade ahead of time. The idea was if things went south, she'd jump in to save my hide. And if things looked like they were going well, she'd show up to call me a traitor and rough me up a little to make the deception more convincing. That way, if I fucked up, I wouldn't get killed. And if I succeeded, Rigveda would firmly believe I'd betrayed my friends. At first I was worried I was laying it on too thick, and Yuki herself wasn't too keen on playing the part, but in the end it worked out in our favor. Honestly, if I was really trying to be careful, I should have asked Kujo and Sora to hide somewhere nearby too, but seeing as Sora's stealth abilities don't work on Ghost, it would have been risky to bring too many people as backup. However, Yuki showed up out of the blue last time too, so I figured she wouldn't arouse suspicion, even if Ghost or Commander noticed she was there too early. And as expected, she performed her role perfectly.
勇気のおかげでなんとかなった。ほんと、ありがとな。
一つ釘を刺しておく。私の言動に嘘はない。
ああ。
分かっていないよね。私は本気であなたを罰するつもりだということ。
え？なんで？
昨日も散々言ったけれど、私は嘘が嫌い。たとえ正義のためであろうと、人を騙す行いを許すことはできない。あなたはバルハラソサエティの正義を裏切った。それは覆しようのない事実。
適当に痛めつけてくれって頼みだったが。
適当で終わるはずがない。止めてもらえてよかったわね。
She's starting to scare me.
もっとも、あの場で本気で罰を下すつもりだったわけでもないけれど。
やっぱあの呪文ってわざとか？時間稼ぎっていうか、わざと止めさせようとしていたんだよな。
何の話？
違うと。わかった。なるほど。
Does that mean she actually needs that stupidly long chant to activate her powers? Nah, there's no way. That's gotta be part of her Chuny act.
まだ罰を下していないのは情状酌量の余地があるから。あなたの気持ちも理解はできる。どんな手を使っても石化事件の犯人を捕まえると。けれどバルハラソサエティの正義が揺るぐことはあってはならない。いずれ相応の罰を受けてもらう。
ちなみにどんな罰になるんでしょうか？
そうね。メンバー全員にパフェでもおごってもらおうかしら。
そんなのでいいの？
お望みなら存分に痛めつけるけれど。
パフェでお願いします。
ええ。本当は助けに行くつもりはなかったの。嘘に加担したくないから。けれど九条さんとそれから空からも連絡が来た。あなたを頼むと。二人に心配をかけていること、夢忘れないことね。
わかった。
それと心までリグベーダの闇に染まってしまったその時は。
大丈夫だ、そうはならない。だがそんなもしもがあったら容赦しないでくれ。
ええ。それともう一つ。極大魔法の詠唱ずっとしたかったの。その機会を与えてくれたこと感謝しているわ。
はい。
I knew it. You really don't need that long-ass chant to activate your powers.
せいぜいボロは出さないように。
次は助けてあげられないから。
分かってる。慎重にやる。
ええ。
With that, she hangs up on me. Yuki's too principled to fully endorse my methods, but it looks like she's willing to cooperate a little at least. Now I just have to make sure I do things right. One way or another, I need to get proof of my claims.
すみません。お待たせしました。
いえ、やっぱりグハオ女学院の人も仕込みだったんですね。
すみません。事前に話しておかなくて。
いえ、知っていたら不自然な反応しちゃったかもしれないし、それに新見さんの目を見て分かりました。余計なことしちゃいけないんだなって。
ありがとうございます。察してくれて。
いえ、そんな、
Blushing, Senpai looks away.
もし計画のうちなら台無しにしちゃいけないと思って。あの時そう判断したのはもう一人の私なんですけど、きっと何か考えがあるはずだから信じようって。
ありがとうございます。信じてくれて。
いえ、そんな、
まあ、考えって言っても綱渡りでしたけどね。あんまり頭良くないんで、あれが限界でした。
うまくいったので、あれで良かったんだと思います。
ありがとうございます。食べましょうか。
はい。いただきます。
いただきます。
I pick up my lukewarm hamburger and take a bite. We both eat in silence. There's still a mountain of things I want to ask regarding Rig Veda, but I think we've discussed them enough for one day. I wonder what else we can talk about. Come to think of it, I know next to nothing about Senpai. What kind of food does she like? What hobbies does she have? Those feel like such template icebreaker questions to ask, though. Dang it, I can't think of anything good to say. I'm too tired for this shit.
いや、そうだ。思いつきでおごるとか言っちゃいましたけど大丈夫でした。
大丈夫？ハンバーガーは好きです。
いや、そうじゃなくて、夕飯家帰ったらあるよなって今更ですけど。
大丈夫です。お母さんにはもう連絡してありますし。
そっか、よかった。先輩断るの苦手そうだからちょっと気になって。無理なことは無理って言ってくださいね。この状況、もう一人の先輩なら余裕そうですけど、今の先輩にはちょっと辛いのかなって。
大丈夫です。本当に今緊張はしてますけど、男の子は苦手なんですけど、新見さんはとても優しい方なので。
優しい。いや、
潜入しようって決めたの、私に危ないことさせないようにって。
そうですね。裏切ったら先輩も狙われるでしょうし。
私、嬉しかったです。心配してもらえて。
いや、石化事件の犯人を探したいっていうのはこっちの都合ですから、先輩を巻き込むわけには。いや、もう巻き込みまくってんな。
いえ、すごく配慮してくださってますし、妹さんのことも他の方のことも心配しているんだなって伝わってきて、新見さんのこと怖くないです。大丈夫です。
そう言ってもらえると安心します。なんか何回も言わせちゃってすみません。
いえ、今も緊張してるけど、ちょっと楽しくて、お友達と一緒にご飯食べたことなくて、あと男の子の部屋にも来たことなくて、初めてばっかりで妄想がはかど。今の違います。すみません。とにかくはい、新見さんは優しい方なので、はい、大丈夫です。
先輩こそ
はい
優しいですね。
いえ、そんな。
くそ、恋人のふりっか。
え
俺、ふりなんかじゃ満足できなくなっちまうかも。先輩。門限とかありますか？
門限、
今日泊まっていきませんか？俺もっと先輩と一緒にいたいです。
一緒。いえ、泊まりましゅ。
What the hell? That sure escalated quickly.
あお風呂ありがとうございました。
ごめん先輩、着替えそんなのしかなくて。
いえ、大丈夫です。はい。
じゃあ先輩。
はい。
もう遅いし寝ようか。
はい。
俺寝袋で寝るから、先輩はベッドに。大丈夫、慣れてるから。ん？
いえ、なんでもないです。
明かり消すよ。
はい。
おやすみ先輩。
おやすみなさい。
先輩。
はい。
俺も我慢できない。そんな切なそうな顔されたら俺先輩が悪いんだ。
ごめんなさい。
そうやってすぐ謝るからいじめたくなる。先輩、いやはるかはもう俺のもんだ。もう俺以外に謝ったりするんじゃねえぞ。はるか。はるか、目閉じて。
やっぱりダメ。
I feel a light impact on my chest. In an instant, the fog that had clouded my brain clears up, and a wave of shame washes over me. What the hell was I doing?
すみません。なんか俺なんか俺おかしなこと。
Dude, I was gonna say, this is... There's something weird going on here. Is she, like, losing control of her power or something?
私のせいなんです。私の力のせいなんです。
力。あ。
So that's what happened.
すみません。俺先輩に魅了されて。違うん
です。魅了なんかじゃないんです。
魅了じゃない。
Then why was I acting like I was starring in a cheesy porno? The only other thing I can think of is, well, I was definitely glancing over at Senpai's boobs a lot. So maybe the reason I got so aggressive was...
もしかして先輩の能力って他人の欲望を増幅するとかそんな感じだったりします？違い
ます。新見さんじゃないです。
俺のじゃない。
私のです。
It uses mine.
私の。ん？
私の欲望なんです。
Oh. Wow. Okay. Wait. But then that would mean that her whole, like, harem of guys, that would mean that's her fantasy too. What the fuck?
他人じゃないです。私の欲望を現実にしちゃう力
なんです。ってことは
全部私の妄想です。新見さんがおかしくなったのは私の妄想のせいなんです。
妄想。
ごめんなさい。本当にごめんなさい。
Damn. Senpai covers her beet red face with her hands. She's talking way faster than usual. So, hang on. If this happened because of Senpai's fantasies, does that mean she wanted me to do something like that to her? Senpai? Is this your fetish? Is this really your fetish, senpai?
ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい。
Senpai starts squirming uncontrollably. It's like she read my mind, even though that's probably not the actual reason she's being so apologetic. She looks really hot, rolling around in my bed with her shirt half unbuttoned. Wait, this isn't the time to be staring.
先輩、落ち着いてください。
落ち着けないです。
いや、まあそうですよね。でも俺どきます。すみません。
I finally remember that I'm still straddling her and hurriedly get off the bed. I also pull the covers over Senpai so I don't get tempted. While I'm at it, I turn the lights back on too. Damn, I didn't notice before, but I'm covered in sweat. Thank God I stopped when I did. No, really, I'm glad Senpai stopped me. I mean it. I'm not secretly wishing she'd kept controlling me until we went all the way or anything. Who am I even trying to make excuses for here?
本当にごめんなさい。
Senpai pokes her head out of the covers, but she doesn't meet my gaze. In fact, she's doing her best to look anywhere but in my direction.
まだ力がうまく使えないせいで、その妄想が垂れ流しにごめんなさい。
妄想が現実になってしまう。
はい。
それってつまり考えたことが現実になるってことですか？
そうです。はい。
すごい力じゃないですか。
でもろくなことに使えてないので妄想ばっかりで。
朝のも先輩の妄想ってことですか？
違うんです。
Well, then how do you explain it? Senpai shoots out of bed, and this time she meets my gaze.
本当にあれは違うんです。
いや、俺もなんかすみません。デリカシーのない言い方を。
そうじゃないんです。あれは確かに思いました。思っちゃいました。力に目覚めた時、この力があれば漫画みたいにモテたりできるのかなって。でもちょっと思っただけなんです。本当にそうなりたかったわけじゃないんです。
Okay, wait a sec. If her power is to manifest her fantasies into reality, then why does her her whole personality change too?
それなのに力がうまく使えないせいで勝手にあんな状況になっちゃったり。それともう一人の私がそうしたいって勘違いしてて勝手に力を使ったり。
Okay.
つまり違うんです。確かに私妄想癖があって性欲も強いですが。
Damn.
性欲。
僕も人一倍強いですが。
先輩大丈夫です。そこ強調しなくて大丈夫です。
たくさんの男子に好かれたいわけじゃないんです。誰でもいいわけでもないんです。それだけは誤解しないでほしいんです。
はあ。
私はたった一人の王子様と。
王子様。
Senpai covers her face and flops back down onto the bed. Maybe she just needs to stop talking now. She's lying so still that I'm getting a little worried. This girl sure gets flustered easily. Honestly, I want to ask her more about the specifics of her power, but it's probably better to save that for tomorrow. The mood's gotten really awkward now. Plus, I'm feeling embarrassed too.
俺泊まっていってくれなんて言っちゃいましたけど。
I glance over at the clock. It's a little past 7 p.m. Wait, 7 p.m.? Why the hell did I suggest we go to bed this freaking early? Wait, no, that was probably Senpai's power at work. Her delusions made me do that. Now that I think about it, Senpai's thoughts are probably a mess right now, huh? She's probably wishing she could crawl in a hole and die.
先輩、今日はもう帰りますよね。先輩？
泊まってもいいですか？
え？
ダメですか？
いや、むしろ先輩がいいんですか？
お母さんに友達の家に泊まるって言っちゃったんです。
はい。
私、友達がいないので、お母さんとても喜んでて、今さら帰れないです。
なるほど。
泊まってもいいですか？
そういうことなら、どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
ならせめて着替えましょう。ありますし、他にもちゃんとした服ありますし、スウェットとかジャージとか。
このままでもいいですか？男の子の部屋でこういう服着るの憧れだったんです。二度とこんな機会ないかもしれないので。
Damn. I guess Haruka's secretly got a bold side to her, huh? What the f-
なるほど。なるほど。
いいですか？
はい。どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。すみません。力を使いすぎたのか、すごく眠くて。
はい。おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
一瞬で寝たな。
I get up and pull the covers over Senpai again, then head to the kitchen. If I stay in the same room as her, it'll be hard to control my urges. I grab a water bottle out of the fridge and take a few gulps. Alright, let's process what we learned today. Senpai's power lets her turn her fantasies. Actually, for the sake of her dignity, let's rephrase that. Senpai's power lets her manifest her thoughts into reality. Charming people is just one facet of that power, or rather, it's the means by which she's making her ideas influence the real world. Which means that in order to materialize her thoughts, her artifact can probably exhibit a number of different powers. Is that second personality of hers something that she created with her power? Or has it always been there? It's too soon to tell, but even taking into account the fact that she can't control it that well, Senpai's ability is insanely strong. Anything she imagines will become reality. Her power can control other people to create that reality for her. That's basically invincible. All Senpai has to do is wish for it, and the Evil Eye's user will wish for it. Senpai wished for that development back there. She wanted to be assaulted by me. If she hadn't woken up from her delusions, we probably would have gone all the way.
いやいやいや。
I shake my head, chasing my impure thoughts from my brain. At any rate, thank God we brought Senpai over to our side. If she ended up being our enemy, we'd be screwed. All she'd have to do is manipulate us with her imagination, and she said she wouldn't want to do it with just anyone. That she wanted her knight in shining armor. But in her fantasy, she was willing to do it with me. So, does that mean she sees me as her knight in shining armor? I don't think I've done anything particularly impressive to earn her trust, but... Wait, hang on. Am I interpreting this correctly? Does Senpai like me? Well, she did say she wanted to stay over at my place. There's no way she'd say that if she didn't like me at least a little.
もう。
I'm having a hard time organizing my thoughts because I keep getting distracted like this. Though I'm amazed Senpai can just fall asleep in a boy's room like this. She even said she preferred keeping my shirt on instead of changing into something more modest. Despite how shy she is, she's more bold than she looks. To be honest, I'm having a hard time getting a handle on her personality. I can still remember how soft her boobs felt. If I close my eyes, that sensation comes back to me. I do my best to imprint that memory onto my brain forever. I'll worry about stuff like Senpai's power and our next course of action later. Right now, I need to focus on crystallizing that soft, squishy sensation so I never forget it. I absolutely can't forget it. Never, ever. Anyway, morning's here. I haven't slept. Not even a wink. That's hardly surprising, considering a girl was sleeping in my bed all night. And on top of that, I touched said girl's body right before she went to sleep. There was no way I'd be able to get a good night's rest. I was so antsy that my eyes stayed wide open the whole night. It didn't help that I remembered more of what happened while I was being controlled. Specifically, I recalled a certain conversation.
着替え持ってきていないので、下着だけでも洗ってもいいでしょうか。
I told her to go ahead and mentioned that Sora always hangs her underwear up to dry in the bathroom, too. After she'd taken a shower, she'd washed her underwear by hand. When I'd gone to the bathroom later, I'd seen her bra and panties hanging up to dry, which meant that right now, Senpai wasn't wearing anything underneath my shirt. This is too much stimulation for my poor virgin brain. I know if I'd stayed in the same room as Senpai, I would have made a move on her for sure. I wouldn't have had the courage to go all the way, but I would have definitely pulled the covers back and stared at her boobs. Maybe even copped a feel. Which is exactly why I'd spent the whole night in the kitchen. Occasionally, I'd gone into the bathroom to stare at Senpai's underwear. I told myself dumb excuses like I was just checking to make sure it was drying properly. But I know the truth. I'm a pervert. I don't deserve to be around Kujo and the others. Hell, I don't deserve to be a part of the Valhalla Society. Maybe I should have actually left after all. Wait, no, what am I thinking? Man, the lack of sleep is really getting to me. The exhaustion's starting to hit me now, too. There's no way I'm gonna be able to stay awake through my classes. Maybe I should call in sick. I hear some faint noises through the door. Senpai must have woken up. There's still a bit of time before school starts. If she's up, maybe I can reclaim my bed and get a little sleep. On second thought, that might not be such a good idea. Senpai slept in that bed. I'll probably try to sniff the sheets or something stupid and wind up too horny to sleep. Let's forget all about that and just see how she's doing. Now that she's awake, there's a few things I want to ask her. When I opened the door, Senpai looks simultaneously flustered and relieved to see me. Her expression's a sight to behold.
おはようございます。
おはようございます。いなかったので、どこか出かけてるのかと。
ああ、いや、隣の部屋にいました。
隣の。ごめんなさい。私、床で寝るべきでした。ベッド使っちゃって。
いやいや、大丈夫です。
その。
Senpai looks away, her face red. She's probably thinking back to the things she said yesterday. After a dozen or so seconds of silence, Senpai suddenly looks up at me.
涼しく、本当に寝ちゃってごめんなさい。やっぱり帰りますね。
ああ、まだ時間ありますし、一旦帰った方がいいですね。授業の準備とかもありますし。
ご迷惑をおかけして。
いえいえ、ちょっと待ってください。もう出てると思いますけど、 始発の時間調べます。
始発？
はい、始発。もう朝ですよ。
Senpai finally notices the light filtering in through the curtains, and her face reddens again.
寝てたの2、3時間くらいだと。
がっつり10時間は寝てますね。
ごめんなさい。
いえいえ、ほんと気にしないでください。腹減ってないですか？
いえ、あまり。
Right as she's about to deny it, her stomach growls, and tears form in the corners of Senpai's eyes.
私こんなのばっかり。
なんか持ってきます。って言ってもゼリー飲料くらいしかないですけど、10秒チャージの。
じゃあ、いいですか？いただいても。
オッケーっす。持ってきますね。ああ、お菓子もなんかあったっけな。
I return to the kitchen and start hunting through my refrigerator. I tried my best to act natural, so I hope Senpai hasn't noticed what a bundle of nerves I am. The whole time we were talking, I kept awkwardly looking away. And the only thing I could think about was the fact that Senpai's currently going commando. No matter how hard I tried to stay focused on the conversation at hand, my mind kept going back to that one thing. Turns out drowsy and horny make for a terrible combination. Sighing, I pull a jelly pack and a bar of chocolate I don't remember buying out of the fridge. The chocolate's probably Sora's, but who cares? Right now we need fuel.
持ってきました。
ありがとうございます。
I take a seat in front of the table and Senpai slides off the bed to sit across from me. The way she's moving, it's like she doesn't care what parts of her I see. Have you forgotten you're not wearing any underwear? How can you be this oblivious?
ありがとうございます。いただきます。
ああ、はい。どうぞ。
Senpai starts sipping on the jelly drink while I open the chocolate bar's wrapper and plop a piece into my mouth. My heart's beating out of my chest. If Senpai changed back into her uniform, I'd probably be able to think straight, but I can't just ask her to. That's way too awkward. Also, even though this is extremely bad for my heart, I want to keep staring. I want to get another peek. Yeah, the lack of sleep has completely short-circuited my brain. I think I'll call in sick after all.
はい。
I do my best to reply as calmly as possible. If I'm not careful, my true thoughts will start showing on my face.
昨日は本当にごめんなさい。
力がうまく使えないんですよね。
そうなんです。勝手に発動しちゃって、昨日も私の妄想が。
なんかその件については俺も大変申し訳なく。
いえ、新見さんは私といたしましては非常に貴重な経験を。
Senpai makes a weird noise and falls silent.
どうしました？
私失言が多いと言いますか、言わなくていいことばっかり言っちゃったり。昨 も性欲が強いとか。だからそれ言わなくていい。
At least you're self-aware. Senpai heaves a long sigh, annoyed by her own carelessness.
友達が少ないから。いえ、見栄はありました。友達が全くいないから、私コミュ力がものすごく低くて、会話の組み立てがうまくできないんです。思いついたことをすぐ口に出すか、逆に喋れなくなっちゃうか。イライラさせちゃってごめんなさい。
いえ、全然イライラなんかしてませんよ、全く。
本当ですか？
はい。うちの妹とかクソうざくて話すたびにイライラしますけど、先輩は静かなトーンで話してくれるので、全く全然。
Senpai fidgets awkwardly. I've noticed she has this habit of wringing her hands whenever she's anxious. Each time she does that, her arms press against her boobs, emphasizing her cleavage. Senpai, I know you think I'm a harmless, nice guy, but you're wrong. I've been ogling your boobs this whole time.
私。
はい。
Either Senpai hasn't noticed I've been checking her out throughout our conversation, or she doesn't care, since she's not bringing attention to it in any way.
男の人苦手で、新見さんにも最初は苦手意識があって、でも優しい人って分かって、だからこそ昨日のことを、妄想を暴走させちゃったこと、本当に恥ずかしくてやらかしちゃったっていっそ死にたくて。でも新見さんは私に怒らなくて、ごめんなさい、考えがまとまらなくて。とにかく私の一番ダメな部分を見られちゃって、逆に吹っ切れたというか。新見さんとなら私普通に話せそうです。ありがとうございます。
はい、こちらこそありがとうございます。
Senpai gives me a cheerful smile. I've never seen her make a face like this before. So why exactly is she thanking me? She said she doesn't have to worry around me, but I'm not quite sure what she means by that. But hey, if she's feeling better, that's all that matters. At any rate, it looks like I've managed to earn her trust. Though if she keeps smiling innocently at me like that, I feel like I'll end up doing something to betray her trust real quick. I should probably change the topic before I lose my self-control.
先輩の能力について詳しく聞いてもいいですか？
はい、何でも聞いてください。
考えたことは何でも現実になるんですか？
まだ私も完全に理解できていないんですが、不可能なことじゃなければ多分。
不可能なことじゃなければ。
はい。あと私が現実化できるのは結果なんだと思います。結果に至る過程を細かくは制御できないと思います、多分。
結果を現実化する能力。言い換えると、望んだ未来を手に入れる力って感じなんでしょうか。
I don't know, man. That sounds kind of dangerous. I mean,
So it lets you get what you want, but you can't have no control over how it happens, which, yeah, that sounds like there's a lot of potential for shit to go wrong there.
そうかもしれません。最初に私はその少女漫画や乙女ゲームのヒロインみたいになりたいなって思って。
その結果たくさんの男子に言い寄られるようになったと。
はい。あ、ちょっとすみません。
Senpai gets to her feet and starts rifling through the pockets on her uniform.
あ、こっち。
She takes out a necklace?
すみません。話の途中で。
アーティファクトですか？
はい。フェスの日だったのでよく覚えてます。フェスから帰ったら私の部屋の机にこれがあって、その日からです。この力に振り回されちゃって。昨日も初めて男の子の部屋に来て興奮しちゃっていろいろ妄想しちゃって、今の言わなくてよかった。
大丈夫です。聞かなかったことにします。
すみません。それではい、そんな感じでこのアーティファクトが私のところに来てから妄想した未来が現実に。
なるほど。その結果その未来を実現するように周囲が行動すると。
はい、ある意味では魅了なのかもしれません。でも私が誰かに嫌われたいって思ったらそれも現実になるので。
精神操作、いや運命操作って表現の方がしっくりくるな。他人の運命すらも操作して望んだ未来を実現する力。
運命操作かっこいい。
大げさな言葉ですけど名前負けしてませんよね。めちゃくちゃ強力な力だ。
はい、私もそう思います。だから少し怖くて誰かを私の妄想に無意識に巻き込んでしまって。
制御できないのがネックですね。
もう一人の私はうまく使えているみたいなんですけど。
そうだ、それも聞きたかったんです。いや聞いていいのかな。もう一人の先輩っていうのはアーティファクト関係ですよね。
はい、そうです。
Senpai suddenly realizes why I was so hesitant to ask, and she gets a little flustered.
確かに私なりきり掲示板に出入りしてますけど、あれはそういうのじゃなくてちゃんと、はい力です。なりきりとかじゃないです。
ああ、そっちで受け取ったのか。何でしたっけ？多重人格？乖離性なんとかとか。
病気でもないです。はい。
すみません、変な勘繰りしちゃって。
いえ自分でも完全に頭おかしい人だと思うので、すみません。
全然関係ないですけど。
はい。
先輩、慌てると早口になりますね。
すみません。
いえ、悪い意味じゃなくて本当に俺に慣れてきてくれたんだなと。
興奮 談した時も早口になっちゃってオタクっぽくて恥ずかしいです。
いやいや、全然普通ですよ。っていうかそうだ、口調も普通でいいですよ。敬語とかなしで。
急には切り替えられないので、慣れてきたらお願いします。
そういえばもう一人の先輩の方も口調丁寧ですよね。実はあっちが素だったりします？
違います。こっちが素です。彼女はちょっとキャラ付けを間違えたと言いますか。
キャラ付け？
ご存知の通り、私には妄想癖があって、アガスティアの葉のなりきり掲示板にも出入りしてまして。
The Leaves of Agastya. It's a fan site for the Mobius Ring Cycle of Reincarnation anime, and Takamine is the one who runs it. It's a role-playing heavy website where all the users pretend they exist within the anime's world. When we learned about it, we started investigating the forums in the hope of finding a few real artifact users on the website, which was how we initially got our lead on Kosaka Senpai. On the site, Senpai goes by the username Queen of Eden.
オリキャラ、自分で作ったキャラが何人かいるんです。エデンの女王もその一人で。通学の時、毎朝挨拶してくれる男の子がいるんです。その人もちょっと圧が強くて、私怖くて堂々としたいって思ったんです。でもとっさというか余裕がない状況で思い浮かんだのがエデンの女王で、気づいたら彼女が私の中に生まれていました。エデンの女王という妄想が現実になったんです。
ああ、そういうことか。先輩の力を他人じゃなくて自分に向けて自分自身を操ってる状態ってことですよね。
はい、そういうことだと思います。でも操っているというか、彼女は自立というか私には制御できなくて。
完全に一つの人格として先輩の意思に関係なく行動していると。
です。はい。テンパるとつい変わっちゃうんですが、彼女は好きに力を使うので。
それで朝のあの光景ですか。は
い、そういうキャラなので仕方ないのですが、男の子に対してとても偉そうで、心の中でごめんなさいごめんなさいっていつも謝ってます。でもいい子なんです。力を使うのも私の願望を叶えたいって気持ちもあって。でもちょっと勘違いというか思い込みの強いところがあって、人のためって思い込んで逆に傷つけちゃうこともあるみたいな。未熟な女王様って設定なんです。たまにトラブルは起こしちゃうけど、でも周囲に慕われて。
Blushing, Senpai suddenly cuts herself off.
すみません、いきなりスイッチ入っちゃって。こういうところがオタクっぽいですよね。すみません。
謝らなくていいですよ。俺好きですし。人の話聞くの。
ですよね。はい。ごめんなさい、私本当にコミュ力低くて。お家以外でこんなに話したの久しぶりです。
うちでは結構話すんですか？
結構 ないんですけど。
え、大丈夫ですか？
話しすぎてちょっと喉が。
弱っ。
すみません。この通りあまり話さないです。
あ、いや、すみません。つい突っ込んじゃって。え、どうしました？
こういう会話いつも頭の中でしてたので、なんだか楽しくて、人と話してるんだなって。ごめんなさい。私本当に気持ち悪いですね。ごめんなさい。
お互い謝るのやめましょうか。俺もあまり遠慮しないようにします。
はい、努力します。
まだ聞きたいことはあるんですけど、とりあえず今は朝飯食いましょうか。手止まっちゃってますし。
いただきます。
ああ、がっつり食べたいならコンビニでも行きますか？
いえ、これだけで十分です。朝はあまり食べなくて。
俺もです。
料理とかできたらいいんですけど、私全然できなくて。
なんです？
私ずっとこのシャツ。
ああ、今ですか。今恥ずかしくなりましたか。
払ってお返しします。
いえいえ、いいですいいです。
でも
いいですから気にしないで。
はい、わかりました。ありがとうございます。
Senpai bows her head. She's probably thinking I don't want her to go through all that trouble or something. But she's wrong. Absolutely wrong. I just think it'd be a waste to wash a shirt that's been in contact with a girl's supple bare skin. I don't care if you call me perverted. There's no saving me now, so I may as well double down. When I get home today, I'm gonna dive straight into my bed. And then I'm gonna hug the shirt Senpai was wearing and take a deep whiff of her scent on my pillow. I won't let anyone take this joy away from me. However...
洗うのはほんと必要ないんですが。
はい。
割と刺激が強いので着替えた方がいいかもですね。
かもですか。
はい。
Why do you look so disappointed? Man, I really don't get Senpai.
いや、抵抗ないならどうぞ。
はい、ありがとうございます。こんな経験もうできないと思うので、紅白のために。
Come in handy for what? I decide not to say that out loud. I'm sure Senpai has her reasons. Just like I have my reasons for not wanting her to wash that shirt. Considering how many dirty thoughts are running through my head, it wouldn't be that surprising if Senpai was thinking something similar.
なんか先輩結構愉快な人ですね。
そうですか？
はい、気が合いそうな気がします。
初めて言われました。ありがとうございます。
これからよろしくお願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
We bowed to each other a few times, then returned to our breakfast for real. That long conversation was just what we needed. Thanks to her current appearance, I'm still a little tense around Senpai, but there's no doubt I'm more comfortable than I was before. I'm also almost certain she's not secretly trying to trick me or anything now. And to top it off, I've learned a lot about her power. Though she has some trouble controlling it, if we use it correctly, we should have no problem finding evidence regarding the identity of the Evil Eye's user. When I first came up with the plan of infiltrating Rig Veda, I was worried it'd backfire on me immediately, but now I've got an idea of how to make it all work. As long as I work together with Senpai, we can do this.
セーブ画面です。セーブします。セーブしました。
Alright, man. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm in love with this girl. Bro. Alright.
環境設定です。
I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll keep on going with Genshin Impact. We'll move on to the new event and the maybe some of the story quest as well. And yeah. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.